Okay. Yeah, I'd just like to say welcome here to the Chess Tech 2020. To this about 2020 and about streaming today here. And I have a couple of guests here who will tell me something about how they stream chess in 2020. A couple of speakers who will show some slides and how to set up your own channel on Twitch, for example. What do you need? Do I need a microphone or this or that? And James Canty is also going to tell something about his experiences in as a Twitch streamer, as a chess streamer. So looking forward to hear that. I myself have a chess podcast. I'm not on Twitch, but my podcast is called Let's Talk About Chess. And I talk with personalities from the chess world, from world champions to computer programmers. And so I recently talked to Alan Scott, who was the screenwriter of The Queen's Gambit, which was very exciting. And that was some old school. And now this is the new era, I think, new 2020. So looking forward to this conversation. Stefan, what would you like to say something?
Yes, I have a question to you, Eric. You said you started to podcast. Sorry, isn't that a bit old-fashioned? Why don't you do streaming? You're handsome. You have.
I know.
You have all it takes. Why do you do podcast and not streaming?
Yes, I wanted to do podcasting a couple of years ago already, but well, in this year 2020, I thought finally I can do it. I have a lot of contacts in the chess world. I started working in chess more than 20 years ago. A lot of world champions and
you didn't computer mind seeing. I mean, this is the year when streaming has become big, and you must have seen things happening, heard about Twitch, Nakamura, Sasha, and James, and whatever. Why did you pick this more old medium of just?
Yeah, because I want to give. I like to take time. Yeah, with my guests, I take an hour or something, or sometimes even more, to talk about different themes about the beginnings of their chess. I talked to Surya Ganguly, for example, how he started chess and what he's doing now, and just to build up slowly, more or less. And well, I think streaming is always. You need some more action, I think, but maybe there is some space for a format on Twitch, for example, an interview channel, for example, where I have a guest and we slowly talk about chess online. Maybe
yes,
that's something. That's an idea. We can try that, of course.
We make this session a beautiful lesson for you, Eric. Even though you're the host, we make it like you can learn a lot about how to do it, and then you can reconsider if podcasting is the right thing or streaming the right thing.
Yes, could be.
What do you think? Should we go with James first? James is a prolific streamer. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, but maybe we can talk a bit about what is Twitch.
Oh, I think don't worry about that.
No?
That's a super topic for James, because James is a Twitch professional, or in the lingo, a Twitch partner, and he will explain shortly how that works. Just a few words about James. He's with us from Detroit, USA. Is that right?
That's right.
And James is also a ChessCom streamer, and he will also address what that means, because the big platform chess.com is really promoting streaming and promoting chess on Twitch. And hey, welcome, James. And you're also a player. You're also quite a strong player, and that got you hooked on doing this.
Yeah.
Tell us more about it.
Definitely. Thank you so much for having me, guys. It's an honor to be here to talk to you guys today. National Master James Canty. So National Master, if anyone doesn't know, is the highest title that you can get in the US as a player is usually National Master. So I was able to reach that. I'm 28 years old, playing chess 20 years, and I reached National Master right before graduating high school. So chess was, life for me, basically. It actually kept us out of trouble, because Detroit can be a place where you can find trouble quickly. So chess actually helped me to get out of that and actually just, have something to look forward to in the future. So fast forward now into 2020 with streaming, Twitch is literally taking over everything. That's all I mean, all of my classes, my lessons. It says, Stefan said I was a Detroit, or ChessCom, which is commentary basically. So for me, I do chess.com commentary. I do Lee Chess commentary. I'm on the staff for chess.com. And it all came from streaming. My first time streaming, I had no idea what it was going to blow up and be 2 years later. In my first 6 months of streaming, I made it into Twitch partner, which is like 1% of Twitch gets to this partner stage, which is basically cream of the crop. And to actually be in a small percentage of people with chess as well, because it's not a game to stream like Fortnite or like Call of Duty. It's chess. So be able to be a Twitch partner was excellent for me. And now chess taking this huge boom, especially with Queen's Gambit just coming out. It was just a huge boom just came through the Twitch world, where I have more lessons than usual. I have more opportunities than usual, more commentary, and it's only looking up from there. Really, I always like to talk about what Twitch is. Twitch is a platform for you to watch literally anything. They even have Bob Ross on 24 hours on Twitch. You can go type in Bob Ross right now on Twitch, and you can watch him all day and all night as much as you want to.
That's actually a channel I follow. I admit.
Right. You have the Bob Ross. You also have a Doctor Who. Of course, I'm not sure who that is myself, but there's a Doctor Who that's on there a lot. And anything, football games, basketball, literally everything is going to Twitch, especially with the pandemic. It shot up a lot as well, too. So I look at Twitch and how, for me being successful with Twitch, even Hikaru and all the bigger ones now as well, opening up more doors for us. It comes down to it being a show. So if you are a Twitch streamer, you have to remember that this is, yes, it's about your stream and you want it to be cool and have fun, but it's a show, and people want to, like if you think about Walking Dead or any of the shows, a Netflix series, for instance, if they dropped a new series or a new season coming out and they tell you it's going to drop at this time and you have a timer, they're going to show up. All your fans, everybody, they're going to show up at that time because of the fact that they're like, oh, my TV show's on, just like any other TV show. So Twitch, if you look at it with that kind of mindset, it can become very profitable for you, no matter what you're actually looking at or what niche you're in. And it's going to be something successful for you if you just kind of grind with it. It is a grind. I used to have to spend 8 to 10 hours a day, in between 2 or 3 streams when I first started, just to get a name out there, because I was like just another streamer basically. And then I brought music to my stream. I would always be in other people's streams to also be with their community, see what they do, see what I can actually use for my own, and make it into my own from there. And another thing about the streaming, the biggest thing is about the viewers. I always remind them that, hey, this stream, this platform doesn't even work without actually you guys being here. So I always let them know, I thank them. And you have to be very, very engaged with your chat. The best streams are the streams that engage with their chat. So I'm one of, what I like to say, I don't brag, but I am very, very good at reading the chat. So when I see the chat come in, I'm always going to, hey, how are you? Hey, what's going on? How is your day? And sometimes even some of the people that used to, or some of my lessons now that's been with me for the last 2 years, I charge $50 an hour for lessons that includes notes and homework. And I have some students that actually have been with me since I started, which is like 2 years of being a student. Excuse me, because of the Twitch stream. It all started from a stream and having 10 viewers now, or 10 followers and like 200 views, to now 2 years later, almost touching, 7,000 followers right now. Everything can change in the blink of an eye, but you do have to look at it as a business. You have to know what it is. You have to engage, give back to Twitch, and also be able to be something that, be original. Don't be something that you're not. I'm very social. I like hanging out. I like having fun. So my streams are the same time, are the same kind of like person that I am. We have some grandmasters that stream that's like, very just laid back, just talking about chess, but people love that. It just depends on what your style is, and then find others that are like your style and try to model the success, to say the least.
How much time do you invest daily, or can you say weekly, in your streaming? In your streaming?
Well, it depends on goals first. So goals, if you have to want to start with streaming goals. Do you want this to be full-time? Do you want this to be part-time? Like, what do you actually want it to do? But I'll actually cover both. As part-time, you can do anything from 10 to 20 hours a week. So maybe 2 hours a day or an hour a day researching and streaming for another hour. So it's between researching and getting better and streaming every single day. So anywhere between 10 to 20 hours if you're part-time. For me, being full-time, and like when I first started, I was putting in way more hours. I was putting in 18 to 20 hours a day around my schedule and everything else that I had to do. I have 2 sons, so I had to work very hard. But this is what I really wanted, because I saw the vision. Some of the bigger people that were streaming before us, Eric Rosen and the Chess Bras. You also have Chess Network from Lee Chess. And all these other chess, celebrities that made, brands. Chess Bra has a whole brand because they started Twitch streaming, and they don't do nothing else but talk about Chess Bra, the brand, the gear, and everything like that. But for me, it took 20 to 40 hours sometimes. Nowadays, it's about 20, 25 part-time now because it's easier for me. I'm a veteran. I've done a lot of work, so it's easy for me to run through things very, very quickly.
Okay. And
James, do you want to share something? You can share your screen, show something from what you have.
Actually, yeah, I'll share my screen here. This is the platform. Of course, I'm sure some of you are familiar with the platform. If you're not familiar with the platform, no problem. This is Twitch, though. Right now, this is what I always pay attention to as an advanced Twitch streamer. I'm following people right now, but what you can always do is go to the chess category here. And the category, I love spending time on the category of chess. I remember 2 years ago when the highest viewers that we had at one point was like 1,000. At one time, there was only like 1,000 people watching chess. It's about 2 years ago now, and that was like the highest of all day. It would probably reach 1,000, maybe 2,000. Right now, it's at 8,000. When Hikaru and Chess.com, Chess24, Lee Chess, everybody starts streaming, this gets up to almost 60,000. It was in 2 years. It's absolutely ridiculous to be able to see this type of growth. 1 million followers right now. I get to see everyone following, and what I like to do, I go through and I see every channel that's streaming. And I remember when I was a small streamer and I didn't have anybody coming to my stream. So what I do, I like to scroll down to the bottom and give back to see who's actually there. I'm basically a celebrity on Twitch. It feels good to say that, being able to say that, but I have the check mark. So if I go on somebody's stream and I say something, they automatically notice the check mark the Twitch gives you for being a partner. So not only am I like, celebrity in the chat, but I'm also giving to their stream. I'll hit them with the follow button, sometimes give them a sub, or just like support their stream, because I remember where I was and we're not sure where this person's actually going to go. Their community could be huge. You could even maybe gain some clients or some lessons or opportunities just because you spent time in their chat, and somebody else may reach out to you. It's happened to me many times. So I go in here and I follow not all of them, but channels that I like, or channels that resonate with me, or channels that I actually know. Some people that are on my stream itself will come in here and stream, and I'll be like, hey man, you're streaming, and then it's fun. So now I've created more camaraderie there, and more of a relationship there. So this is the follow tab here. You can also, let me scroll up to the top here. You can follow chess right here at the top. Sorry man, there's so many people streaming, that's crazy. So you'll click follow, and you'll be able to see anything chess always when you have an account. You do want to make an account if you haven't made one for Twitch yet, but literally everything's here: live videos and clips here. So that's fun. Now, my personal profile, what I like to always tell people, because I help people to stream or just getting started streaming. It makes you turn this off, but you want to I need to update this because I have a green screen now. But this is this is the older this is my newer video over here, but they have a intro. That's what it is. It's like 30 seconds to a minute of an intro of when people come on here. Hey, what's your channel about? This is brand new, actually. That's pretty new. If you do have a Twitch channel, to make it best, tell them a little bit about yourself. Have a Twitter, have a YouTube. They call this cross promoting in social media. Cross promoting, if you want to be very good at connecting everything together, have your Twitter, your YouTube, and your Twitch all connected, so that when you post something on Twitter, you post something on YouTube or Twitch, they all can find everything, and everything blows up at once, as opposed to trying to promote one at a time. So that helps a lot. I have a YouTube channel as well, and Twitch helped me monetize my YouTube channel. So Twitch is not only just, one outlet, made money from it. Now YouTube starting to blow up as well. So here you'll have the most recent videos. Actually, I'm streaming today, so I streamed about a week ago here, and then you'll be able to see this tab right here. This About tab is the most important tab on your Twitch page, is the About tab. When you're here, you want to make sure that first off, they know a little bit about you, but then under here, you have a whole panel thing. They have like merch. I haven't sold a lot of merch, but I do. Like, I have on my hat right now. This is actually my hat from Chess. It says "That's not a move." It's pretty funny, but it's what I use. You have to bring something to your channel that people can remember, and "That's not a move" or the "We in here" stuff. People know my channel from this. So I have merch for it, but I do have my About tab here. I'm a Star Wars fan, so my whole everything is all about Star Wars and the Jedi and using the Force, and we tie it back to chess as well. So it's very, very fun, but I put everything here just so you know who I am. Something, if you do anything outside of chess, I actually trade foreign exchange market, so I have something up here about that. YouTube, Discord, my chat. Oh, Discord is good too, guys. If you don't have a Discord, definitely write that down, look into it. I have a community, maybe about 500 or 600 people in this community I built over the last 2 years that know when I'm about to go live, because it says, hey, James Canty's about to go live. And then it lessons in here. I put my notes in here. Literally everything's in here. It's like a nice community tool to use. Everyone on Twitch usually has a Discord if you want to be extremely successful. Lessons. I have my Forward Chess. This is a sponsor that I use, or kind of not a sponsor, but like they reach out to me and like I can get affiliate commissions from people that use this app. So Forward Chess. Then this one as well, I get a few little commissions off of these. So if someone asks me during stream, hey, what are some books you recommend? Hey, if are you on your computer, or if you're not, you can click about, and then you can scroll down. You can find everything that I recommend here, and I get a commission for when people buy this. So donations, if they want to give here, and my sub perks. So you notice how all of these look like lightsabers. So it matches the whole style, and these are called panels. If you're not sure if those are, but these can be used as well. Chess.com affiliate link here, and my Twitter and commands. But that's about it here. And then streaming is of course powerful, very powerful. But you want everybody. You want it to be like congruent, and everybody to know who you are, what's going on, how do they find stuff, and stuff like that.
Okay, that's quite a lot of information in a short time. I can imagine that you, you have to set this up, of course, and you need some equipment. Maybe Ljubica can tell me something about what do we need when I want to start a Twitch channel. For example, let's talk about chess Twitch channel. What would I need? Can you tell me something about it?
Absolutely. So quick disclaimer. So whilst I'm going to talk about setting up things on Twitch, I'm very much sort of a mere Padawan, if we're going to continue with the Star Wars theme, when it comes to Twitch streaming. So I've been doing it for a few months, and this is not within the chess scope. So I do this for as part of my role in software, but I think there's a lot of useful things here. So I'm going to give a quick sort of like, how to get started, how to get things set up. And it was super exciting hearing James and all of the suggestions. I'm taking notes going, I've got to look at all of this stuff. We've got to do this. We've got to do this. But anyway, I digress. So let's have a look. So I think perhaps the quickest way to do this is to just share various bits and pieces and highlight things. And I suspect, please, if I've made a mistake or something that's an inaccuracy, shout out and let me know. So this is kind of the journey that I've been on. So first thing I would like to say is a massive shout out to my colleague, Alexander Erdl. So he is the Twitch king. He's the one who kicked all of this. And a lot of the things I'm walking through is a path that he's trodden and has taught us. So I just wanted to quickly bring that up. So if I come over to this tab first, so this is the browser. So usually, and you'll see that what was being shown there is more often than not, you'll probably use OBS Studio to do your streaming. So this is a nice piece of open source software. As you can see, it's available for the 3 main OS categories here. So I'm on a Windows machine, so I'll be using Windows. So you basically download this software and install it. So I'll talk a little bit about setting that up in a moment. Just a couple of things to flag that might be useful. If you find yourself wanting to do a multi-person Twitch stream, so if you're in partner, I believe you have a mechanism that allows you to do that. If you are not partner, and as was highlighted, it's quite hard to get there. So there's a lot of work and graft to get into this category. You do have tools such as OBS Ninja, and this is a really neat tool that you can send over to somebody who is going to stream with you, and I'll show you how you plumb that in. But this is a really great way if you've got guests joining you on your stream to get their camera in. If they're going to share a screen, allow them to do that. So I'll mention that again, don't worry too much about the detail. And the last thing I want to mention as well, so I've got the profile stream out of work, but I'll go to my profile with my very unimpressive one follower on there, but mainly I just want to show you where you'd pull information from. So if you click on the picture of yourself and video producer, the really important thing that you want for the purposes of streaming will be under Stream Manager. Let me just quickly remember where it is. Oh, settings, I believe. So you have an option here that gives you the stream key. So that's the thing that we want. Oh, and click
your profile, top right.
Thank you.
And then click account settings.
Account settings, that's one. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Sorry, a bit rusty here. So I use restreaming software, so I shall show that in a second. So where are you hiding?
Check one of the tabs. This might be channel videos, because the stream key was always
There
the
it
hard
is.
one. There it is. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you so much. Very kind of you. So what you want to have here is this primary stream key. So this is the thing that you're going to copy when you are streaming. And I'll come back to this window in a second. So just to get up and running. So this is the stream key that you want. And you've got the various bits here if you want to set up your about page and get all those details set up. But for the purposes of hitting that row to stream, this is what you want to get, which is the stream key. So let me just switch over to OBS. So once you have downloaded and installed OBS, you will be greeted with something that looks like this. And you'll notice you've got a thing here that says scenes and a thing here that says sources. And you'll also have two options here that are of interest when getting set up, which is profile and scene collection. So profile is basically all of the settings you're going to put in with regards to streaming. So if I bring up the settings for that, this is where you're going to put things like any general information. So the important things here are going to be, what are you using to stream to? So OBS, you can use it for a number of different things to stream to. So you can use it to stream to Twitch, YouTube. You can have custom restreaming. So if you may not have heard it, but you've got streaming platforms such as StreamYard, Big Market, that kind of thing. You can effectively do all your streams to that. So a lot of online conferences are using things like OBS to do live streaming. And you'll soon see why that's really, really popular with the power of OBS. But anyway, so here we'd say we're going to use Twitch, and you'd say use stream key. So that's what you're using. So that key that we copied earlier, this is where you do that. So that's one thing we need to set. So this is effectively going to have all of the configuration. So OBS knows all of the credentials that you need. So it'll know the address and the server and whatever else it needs to send to Twitch. And the stream key is basically a private key. So this is not something you go around and share. This is your key specific to your channel. And that's the authorization and so forth. So that Twitch goes, yes, you know, I'm going to start streaming that. And the other thing that you're probably going to want to work with is the video output just to get started. So be mindful of what resolution you're streaming. So this is HD, so high definition. If you could, I think that's still the most common resolution, but be mindful of what your audience is going to be seeing. So if you're going to be showing something with text, be mindful at what resolution that you're streaming, because you may have a large monitor, but somebody may be watching your stream on a tablet or a mobile phone. So do think about the resolution. And if this doesn't quite make sense, give me a shout. I can explain what resolution is and what it means and that kind of thing. So that's something you're probably going to set. And then you'll have things around audio, and the defaults are probably fine for your purposes. The output again is, this will be specific to what kind of hardware, but again, the defaults are probably okay just to get streaming, so you don't need to worry about that. So the important bit was setting up that stream key. So Twitch, so selecting Twitch and stream key. And I'll come back to in a second when we talk about restreaming.
Lou, have you ever used the auto configuration?
I'm going to admit, no, I haven't. I've just
that's actually, I just wanted to piggyback on that because that was great for the settings part. Actually, that's absolutely exactly. Everything was excellent with the settings. You explained them very well. And actually, the last two hotkeys in advanced, you don't actually have to use those. I don't use these. The hotkeys are like, if you're not familiar, guys, you could just put something in here, and instead of like clicking it, you could use it on the keyboard and it would do the same thing. It confuses me, so I don't use hotkeys. And advanced is if you have any problems with like something hardware wise. Usually you don't use advanced. But click cancel out of there, actually, and then go to at the top, click on, don't click on help, or look, hover. Yeah, I guess you have to click it. It might be help here. Check for updates, maybe tools. There it is. So the first one, when you click that and you use it, it actually optimizes what it's going to do. This is what I had to do because I started with a very bad, sometimes I had to think about how far I came because my computer was not optimal for streaming, my first one. And somehow it worked. And then eventually we upgraded. But here it tells you right here, this auto configuration wizard. If you don't know if you have the right computer, this is going to optimize it for you to let you know if your specs are right and what they should be set at based off the computer you have. Because if you try to set them too high, you're going to lag. It's going to be bad. Nobody's going to come to your stream. And it's just going to be an ugly, choppy looking stream because you use the wrong settings. Like high power settings on a lower power computer, or the other way around, lower power settings on a higher power computer. It looks weird. So that will help you a lot on that.
Yeah, and it's probably worth mentioning as well. So OBS is very GPU hungry. So what do I mean? So effectively, sort of not going too much into anatomy of computer, but effectively, you obviously got the CPU, that's like the main brain of the computer, and you have the memory associated with that. And that's pretty much universal. Every single computer, mobile phone, tablet, that will have a CPU in there. And then you have this concept of what is managing the graphics. So everything's obviously, a computer's fairly useless unless you're plugging it into a monitor of some description. So you'll have some kind of graphics processing happening. And for your cheaper computers, or your more sort of like business targeted computers, graphics processing is not really a concern. So very often, many of these devices, I think JC was kind of hinting towards that as well, is that when you pick up a computer, you have to look at a lot of computers don't tend to have a dedicated graphics processing unit. So effectively a control center for dealing with graphics. And what that means with regards to streaming is that your CPU is having to do that for you, and it can do it, and it does a pretty good job. If you're mainly working with, say, Excel or ChessBase or something like that, it's perfectly adequate. But you do have certain things that are very graphics heavy and they need the energy. So for example, a lot of gamers will get computers with a dedicated GPU, so a separate processing unit just to deal with the graphics. So if streaming is something that you're looking to do a lot of, it's well worth doing a bit of research into getting a dedicated GPU to work with that. And I'm guessing, and let's go for the auto configuration, but that's going to help sort of figure that out. So let's see what happens. Oh, all done, perfect. So yeah, so that's just that might be useful around that. Okay, so we've done this bit. So what we've done, we've now set ourselves up so that if I hit this start streaming, we would start streaming a beautiful black screen to my Twitch channel, which isn't particularly helpful. But the point being, we're now set up. We are good to go. If we wanted to start streaming this beautiful black screen, we would. So what we need to do now is set up the scene. So what we did here was the profile, and you notice I've got a profile called Chess Twitch. So that's what I've done here. So I've did that ahead of time, created Chess Twitch, and all of that details are in there. So next thing we're going to do is set up the scene. And this is something I really, really love about OBS, and I think is so powerful, is you can now pretty much create whatever view you want for your, that you want to stream to your users. So you've got two options here. You've got sources and you've got scenes. So scenes, think of scenes as in like scenes in a play or something like that. It's a way of being able to create different scenes you want to show to your audience. So let's dive for an example. So let's say I want to create two scenes. I want to create a scene which is like my holding page, which is going to let my audience know that we're getting started soon. And let's say I want to create the actual main scene when things are getting done. So I'm going to start with the main scene to begin with. And I'm going to call it.
It's getting very detailed here.
Oh, sorry, my apologies.
So maybe we can skip a few steps
Sure.
or something to get.
My apologies. So anyway, so create scenes here, and then for this scene here, when I click this, I'm now going to give it some sources. So this is where we're going to put in the camera, the microphone, the chessboard, that kind of thing. So let's do that to begin with. And it's pretty straightforward. I just press a little plus here, and it asks me what do I want to add. So let's start off with camera to begin with. So camera will be video input device, or video capture device. So I just spot this, I click it, I can give it a sensible name. I'm not going to. I want to make the source visible, and it's going to prompt me to add a camera. So I am going to select my integrated camera because I'm using my webcam for this stream. So I apologize, it's going to be a black dot because my laptop is closed. But there you go. So I can add a video now. Maybe I want to add an interesting background. So I can do this and I can add an image as a background. So I'm going to just use a default and I'm going to browse an image. So I will, let's do this one. So this is the the chest background there. And then I will just bump this up because I want my video source to be on top of the image. And then the last thing I need to, so two more things I need to add here. So if I was going to do a chest stream is I need to add my microphone. So I'm going to add the audio input capture. So I just do that. I'm going to select a microphone. So let's say I'm going to pick my external microphone and add that. And last but not least, I need to add a chessboard in there. So I'm going to quickly bring up Lichess. So I'm not going to play a game, but I'm just bringing it up so I've got something to add in here. So Lichess is using a browser. So I'm going to add a browser window here. So you'll see an option. I'm going to add a window here. So you see it says here window capture. So this could be anything. This can be any window that you've currently got open. So I've just opened up a Lichess tab. So I'm now going to select that. Okay, so let's just see why it's not. Oh, because I think that's fine. I'm going to add any old window just so that we are time efficient. So I'm just going to add my notes that I've been capturing from JC's session. So let's do that. So this could be anything. This could be your window from Lichess. It can be anything. The point being here, you can add whatever you want and you can tailor it. So the thing is, what I can do is I can adjust the size of this. I can crop this. I can adjust it out here. So the point being, I've now done a bunch of things and I am now good to go. I've set everything up and all I need to do now is hit my start streaming and then this would start streaming to Al Lazal. So we can do this in the background. We're asking questions if you want to verify that it's working, but that is it. So that is all that it takes and you are now good to go to get streaming. And you can go away and make this a bit more elaborate. So maybe here for my holding scene, I'm going to tell people that I'm going to start shortly. So I'm going to add that background image that I've already added. So you can give things more sensible names. I'm going to add some text quickly here to leave a message for my viewers. So, okay. And again, I can rearrange everything and make it look pretty. And like this, I have my scene. So this can be my starting scene. So and on my starting scene, people aren't going to see me. They're not going to hear me. And then when I'm ready to go, I can switch over to main and then somebody's going to see me on the camera. They'll be able to hear me. They'll be able to see my notes that I've been writing up about getting set up on Twitch. And that is pretty much it. So do we have a quick couple of minutes to talk about restreaming and uploading to YouTube, or shall we just leave it there as a basic getting started?
I think we should leave it because it's already 33, but maybe we have some time later on, perhaps, if we have some time left. But okay. But now that you have the setup, how do you get the people to watch your stream? How do you advertise it?
Right. Yes. So this is where JC is going. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's nice to have it set up, but if nobody's watching, this makes no sense, of course.
So JC is going to be the expert on this. I can offer a couple of sort of observations being around this. So when I'm doing the stuff with regards to the tech streams that I do, I will send a tweet out. So I'll let everybody know an hour before that I'm going to go live soon. You know, if I'm doing a guest panel or something like that, I'll do something maybe the day before. And I believe there's an algorithm or various algorithms working on Twitch where you need to be streaming for a long period of time. So the longer that you stream, then it'll start to reshuffle recommendations about what content to watch. But I'm going to keep quiet about that because I am, like I said, I've literally just started this journey. And I think for generating viewers, I would love to hear what JC does with regards to getting people involved and getting people to watch. So
Okay.
It's a grind, but also if you're just starting, and if I would have just started too, I probably would have did it this way. The best thing to do is actually start with like the people you know and people that are cool. So if go to Facebook and like say, hey guys, I just started stream, because you just started, so nobody's gonna know, especially in this chess boom with Queen's Gambit. I mean, it's ridiculous right now. Streaming is popping. It's huge. So for you to get noticed, you can also talk to other people or other streamers. For instance, me, I'm always a big fan of helping new streamers, because like I knew where I was from. I knew I started with 10 viewers, 10 followers, and 200 views, and I'm like 600 times that now. So I was like, yeah, I remember that. So with that being said, I'm always here to help out, and I always look and follow other people. But you have to start with like what you have now. If you have literally only a Facebook page, 40, 50 friends, that's cool. Go on there, let them know, hey guys, I'm just starting a stream. Come here to support. And they may actually like it and really become one of your viewers, and maybe say subscribe to your channel every month, which is anywhere from $5 to $25 a month. And they'll be paying it every month. And then you look up and your friend, one of your buddies, has been subscribed to you for a year. I mean, $60 in a year, but he's subscribed to it, which is nice. So you'll actually have that support. And it's always the first people that come in that will stay usually the longest. So you want to have that, because it does suck having no one watching. I remember being there, but at the same time, you actually want to keep going and act like people are watching. So if you set a time, like you want to have a timer, or not a timer, but a schedule when you first start, if you can. I don't have a schedule now because like I'm just everywhere. I'm like always doing something chess. So I don't have a schedule anymore, but I do have alerts, and I make sure my followers know, like you can click a bell and the notifications will all be on. So no matter when I come on, they'll know when I'm coming on there. But you want to make sure that you have a good time and have people to come to your stream. If you can't, then you just sit around and like have an agenda for the next hour and just go through that agenda. Like 400 people are watching, and you'll look up and some people will be watching, 5-10 people will be watching. You may even catch me in your stream, because I always like to go and look at the streamers that haven't made it yet, that are just starting. So I like to boost confidence and go in there and and how's it going, blah, 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 anything that I can help with, because I know if I can help enough people get what they want, then I get what I want. So it happens all the time that way. So any other questions on that?
I think everybody will start its own Twitch channel now after this introduction. It's
Nice.
not bad. It sounds good. Can you make a living on it?
Yes, you can. You can make a living on it. Now you have to work it like a job. You do have to work like a job, or like because it's small for you, you're gonna have to work it like after hours. After you're done working, then you can spend, another 5 to 6 hours at night, maybe a little bit less, but every day. Something that you do every day there you're consistent with. For instance, I did have a schedule. At one point I was labeled the late night king, because I would come on at 9 or 10 p.m. and be up to 1 a.m. every single day, Sunday through Saturday or Monday through Saturday. And if I wasn't on, it was getting to a point like some people were like, yo, where are you? People are like messaging me on my chess.com or like Facebook and Twitter, like, where are you? I'm like, yo, I'm living. Can I take a break? Right. But if you want that to happen, because you're always streaming every day. So you develop relationships, and it happens because you are just you're having fun. Do something that you like and love to do, so that you can sit around for 2-3 hours and stream, and people just come in and you get followers, and then you look up, man, I'm at 100 followers this week, because you're just doing what you love. It's easier to do it that way, and you can't make it a full-time thing. I remember some of the biggest ones right now, the chess bras. I mean, when they started it, it was just a fun thing we did with the boys. They always say for the boys. Now, I mean, they are like top 5 every day, all the time. They average 1,000 viewers at average. And that's huge for chess. Like chess, 1,000 viewers in Fortnite is like, you suck basically. But 1,000 viewers in chess is like, you made it. You made it, definitely. And they can make a big living from it. They have sponsors. Nakamura got signed to an esports team, which is ridiculous. Like, I don't even know what they get paid, but chess players don't get signed to esports teams. And now there's like 3 of them signed to esports teams. So I'm streaming more. So I'm like, hey, I would love to be esports. Like, please sign me up, because they get a check for that. Basically, it's nice, right? But yeah, it's all about helping the other people and stuff like that, man. So I'm excited to help you guys as much as I can.
Great. Stefan.
What are you doing on stream? I mean, do you do more diverse things nowadays in order to be a bit different and to be entertaining?
You actually can. I don't, but I do switch up playlists a lot, so I do because you have to. Speaking of music as well, you want to have music because some people just come to my stream because they like the music, and they do like chess, but some people just come to the stream because it's very chill or it's up to beat, whatever they like. They just come to the stream to want to listen to the music. But I actually let me actually share my screen and show you quickly some of my videos here. So what we'll do, I'll actually just fast forward a little bit. So I have my starting screen, and of course we go by Star Wars, the Jedi, all that stuff, right? So fast forward, I'm bopping my head, I'm having a good time, music is playing, you can actually hear the, let me see. Yeah, you can hear the music a little bit. So, I have my goals down here, subscriber goal, follower, and we're over here on the left-hand side, actually studying chess, talking about chess. Right here is my chat on the right-hand side. So I'm swiveling my head. I have two screens. So I'm usually on this, on one screen, I'm looking at the chat and I'm paying attention who's in the chat. There's also timers and things that you can put in your chat that do the marketing for you. For instance, hey, if you need book recommendations, check out my book where I recommend to get better at any level. It's right under this video. So if they're reading this and I'm just playing chess or pretending to someone else, they'll come down here to the About tab. Actually, it's not here, but for them, it'll be an About tab, and they'll be able to see my books. They'll be able to see what I recommend, and I'm just talking, and I make a commission because they went and bought a book while I'm streaming. So it's good to be able to pay attention to everything in the chat here. But what I like to do is play chess. I play a little bit of Call of Duty sometimes because you don't want to go away from what you do. If your chess is what you do, you want to stick with it because that's where all your viewers are. I remember this was a YouTube topic too as well. When I was growing my YouTube channel, you don't want to like cross promote too much because you're going to lose viewers that way because they know you for chess. So if you start playing something else, they lost that connection. Some people don't even play video games. So I do it sometimes, but not as much.
I have one question. I see a question here in the chat. Does Twitch cause you problems with copyright issues for music?
Very great question, actually, Eric. That's excellent. With that being said, it actually does not. It does not anymore. It did before. And actually, there's Twitch had some problems where there was a lot of big accounts that got banned for having, I think they had 3 copyright strikes, only give you 3 issues. And because they had multiple videos, they could get copyright striked in a day when they start going through this stuff. So now Amazon Music has now made a new thing where anything you play through Amazon Music is fine. You're good to play because Amazon's owned by Twitch or Twitch owned by Amazon. So Amazon, they made that switch for the streamers because there were millions of streamers that would probably have this issue because it's only a matter of time before, if you're playing songs that you're not supposed to play, there's only a matter of time. Like you can be a smaller streamer. They don't care who you are. If they feel like pulling up the track records of who played this song and stuff, they can do that at any time on any account and they can hit you with a copyright strike. So you want to make sure that you have the right music for it. You can use Epidemic Sound as one that I used before. And I'll actually put that here in the chat, Epidemic Sound. And then the other one is Amazon Music, Amazon Music. So if you want to use any kind of music, I mean, no matter what genre, you can play any kind of music on your stream, but it needs to be verified through these guys so that, Amazon Music is my favorite because they literally have everything. It's very rare what they don't have. So I'm sure they spent a lot of money to make sure that we can play certain songs and be fine still on our streams.
This is interesting that because Amazon owns Twitch,
right?
Twitch is going to be more chess. Chess.com is buying rights for the World Championship next year, and they want more streamers from everywhere to do chess. Much more also outside of the English language area.
That's awesome.
Don't you see there's a little bit of maybe overexcitement, or like aren't the numbers already stagnating? I mean, there was a peak, 150,000 viewers at some point. I think it was sometime in summer during a chess event. No,
I think it's going to expand, especially, it's funny. I have every day someone's hitting me up from Queen's Gambit series. Like, hey, I'm ready to play chess. And I was like, you never played chess in your life? Like some of my friends that I went to high school with. And I'm like, I never played chess in my life. Queen's Gambit got me ready to play. I was like, cool, perfect. And they'll sign up for lessons, or they'll get a chess.com account under my user. under my affiliate link, or they'll join Twitch, or they just get exposed to the chess world. And the more people, the better, because there's more opportunities for everyone. And that's how I look at it. I'm loving the chess boom. It hasn't been this big since Bobby Fischer, and with the internet out, it's even bigger. It's going to snowball in the next year, especially if Queen's Gambit comes out with another series. It's going to be ridiculous. Not only that, women have stepped up a lot in chess. Women have stepped up a whole lot because of Beth Harmon. So not only that, it's a male-dominated sport, mostly men that play chess. Now there's a whole huge influx of women because of the confidence they got from watching Queen's Gambit. So that's huge.
Okay. Thank you very much for this information. I can reveal already there's not going to be a second season of the Queen's Gambit, according to the screenwriter who I talked to. So,
wow.
But we will see what will happen next year. We have another speaker here today, Sasha Starr, and he also has a presentation for us. Sasha, please go ahead. Hello. We didn't forget you. We didn't forget you. We have so many interesting information that. Okay, but go ahead, Sasha, please.
First of all, I enjoy these presentations. Thank you so much. And I would like to say special thanks to organizers of this wonderful conference, and especially Stefan, who invited me personally to participate. And not only I participate, I also became one of the sponsors of the conference. And I'd like to mention, actually, I'm not your typical streamer. I'm not going to go in this short presentation about everything that I've done in my life, but believe me, it's quite a lot. And however, always chess was a big part of everything what I've done. And when people ask me, so what's your achievements in chess? What you've done so much? I say, okay, I have two titles. One title, I'm a chess champion of Odessa district of the Soviet Army in 1972, and I'm a co-champion of seniors championship in Canada in 2015. So there are two titles almost 50 years apart, but that's what I've done, everything what I've done in chess. Of course, unfortunately, I didn't have much time to play chess, although I always enjoyed the game. And because my wife, Starr, she's 8 times Canadian chess champion, and she played in many interzonal tournaments and chess Olympiads. So very often I accompanied her. So I've had very good chess connections myself, thanks to that. And I know personally people like Anatoly Karpov, Garry Kasparov, and many other dignitaries. And now my involvement in chess stream became almost by an accident. I was introduced to a startup by the name IBM TV. And IBM TV, one of the founders is Nick Paliveda, who is 3 times Florida chess champion. He's a lawyer and he's a very successful businessman. And but he loves chess, and he always had to wanted to have a chess program of some kind in IBM TV. So we discussed about different possibilities, and I said, okay, I can do. I didn't even call it a stream. I called it rather a chess talk show, which became, in a way, a stream. I do it once a week on Saturday. Yesterday, actually, right after your program, I went to IBM TV and did this chess stream. Basically, it's a format of a talk show. I see, okay, obviously there is a great connection between chess and high tech, and this conference is one of the best evidences of that. However, I think that the chess, because I'm taking more historical perspective on the development of chess and its connection with other parts of human development, such as history, music, different arts, visual arts, even if you wish. And so I'm trying to see chess more of an art rather than other. Obviously, it's a sport. Obviously, it's a high-tech environment. But
Sasha, it becomes more clear if you show. Maybe it's a good moment to start sharing your screen, because this philosophy of yours is becoming very clear. when you show something from your stream.
Well, okay, here is a problem. My problem is that once okay, I share the screen, and here's what you are going to see. All of a sudden now you see the page from Chess Stars, which is a new website dedicated to chess, but with the angle. What we have developed is, it's a quite awesome site. I'm not going to go through all these features, such as it has a very extensive database. It has, you can view the games, the broadcast and tournaments, learn, you can see chess openings, famous players, historic events. You start from London 1851 tournament and go to Vacancy 2020 and so on, extensive computer analysis. But the most important thing, what we've developed, chess contests. The chess contests is something where you have it's like specialized chess show where you have online two grandmasters playing games. Time control is 25 minutes per game and 15 seconds delay for each and every move. So the listeners, okay, well, somebody just joined Chess Stars. Okay, listeners or onlookers, so they have an opportunity to make bets on each and every move before they've done, obviously. So that's why 15 seconds delay, so people always have time to figure out what could be the best next move. Now, we have live commentaries during the game, and we have a system how to reward the best predictors. So for each move, people can put 5 crowns. It's like an internal Chess Stars currency. 5 crowns, 25 crowns, and 100 crowns. Now, at the end of the day, whoever gets more crowns at the end of the contest get cash prizes. We have small cash prizes right now. However, we are preparing a big world championship for the move predictors with the first prize $500,000 and several other prizes. So basically what we are trying to develop is a form of democratic chess, where you have now a situation where basically dozen of grandmasters are taking 99%, if not more, of all money available in chess. And we would like to bring chess to masses and to have everyone have a chance to win first prize of $500,000 and several other prizes. So this is something where cheating is impossible, because we already tried a couple of contests. We had a guest using Fat Fritz program. It didn't help him much. By the way, the site was endorsed by great Gary Kasparov and Wesley So. And Gary Kasparov, opening, he was participating, he was doing live commentaries, and he was doing the move predictions. And he was right about 52% of the times. The game was played between Wesley So and Alexandra Kostyanyuk, very strong Russian women grandmaster. Actually, she's my grossmaster as well.
Sasha, there was a presentation, a parallel session. There is a machine learning approach. Actually, University of Toronto is involved in that, Maya Chess. They are developing a machine, a neural network that is very good at predicting moves of not so strong players by rating, and in the future also, if they know the games from the machine has fed the games of a particular player, it will be much better as predicting their moves than a normal chess engine. So, but I want to stop you from saying too much about this here and come back to streaming and to your show.
Sure.
Because we are running out of time. This is all very interesting stuff, and we would like to probably learn more about this $500,000, where that comes from. But for the moment, please, can you tell us more about streaming? And the other thing we put as news on our website.
Okay. University of Toronto, no, they're not involved in this project. And however, I would like to elaborate with them. And probably sometimes next year, we would like to invite Alpha Zero to participate in the contest and see how they successful will be in the MOOC predictions. The major thing is that, as I said before, there is no cheating, because there was a frustration this year. I'm about, say, 2250 player or so. And when you play online, let's say you play somebody 2500, so obviously you lose the game. Okay, so you lose for two, 3 games, you're going back to, say, 1750 player to boost your ego and beat him a couple of times. Oh, not really. He isn't beating you a couple of times because he's using engine. And so there is no place to hide. You play a stronger player, he squash you. You play a weaker player, he's going to use engine and he'll win just as well. So this is environment of this contest when there is no cheating, and it's a level playing field. And by the way, we have on the screen during the contest, we have Stockfish at 3 strongest moves in its opinion. So it's right on your screen. You don't have to hide, to look at the computer screen. It's right, everybody can see it. You want to use it, fine. You don't want to use it, it's okay. So this is something what delivers us pleasure, and I think it's very interesting concept. Streaming is quite helpful, because what I'm doing when I have this contest on the site ChessStars, we do it streaming to IBM TV. So you can see, the only problem is if you are watching it on IBM TV, then you cannot participate in the contest. You have to go to ChessStars, and there you can enter the contest, participate, and win some cash prizes.
Come to streaming, come to your show, Chess with Sasha Starr. This is amazing stuff. That's why we invited you. And the other thing is a news item for us. Come to your show.
Okay, listen, you're all invited, and you can be a guest of my show as well. I would love to have all of you guys. And basically, the format is very loose. I have about hour 15. So this is we are talking about latest developments in chess, of course, all the chess, we cover all the chess news, what's happened. Sometimes, occasionally, I talk about the great players of the past, especially we are following New in Chess publication, and let's see when they have a great book reviews. I love the section of Matthew Sandler, where he is talking about all the latest books, and we talk about these books just as well. And that makes it quite interesting. My latest guests were grandmasters, Alexei Shirov, Mikhail Marin and his wife, Maria. He's a fantastic artist. They're regular. Suat Atalik participated. By the way, yesterday, Professor Regan, he jumped right from this show to my show. So we had a very nice interview with him as well yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Can you show something from your show, at least the setup, the picture, how it looks like? If you have it. I learned, I can maybe say something while you're looking for it. I saw Sasha's show accidentally because somebody wrote about it. And then I saw an episode, and I saw, I think, Suat Atalik and Mikhail Marin, two grandmasters who are very good in explaining chess, I think. Mikhail Marin wrote many books and many articles. This is like, wow, we have also this kind of quality streaming coming from Canada. And it was all very much, in a way, it was old school. It was like not so fast paced, but you had to listen carefully to follow what these guys were saying. And there had a lot of substance. And I thought that's amazing. So we see something that would have been like, if chess would have been on television 10, 20, 30 years ago, that's what it might have looked like. Of course, the people were not in the same studio because of COVID, but they were connecting from different places.
Oh, this is from yesterday's show. This is a poster. And I don't know if I can play it. Okay, you have to go to YouTube, I guess. And what's happened now? Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I think it shows.
Maybe you have to jump a little bit into the video. This is brand new, so not many people have seen it yet.
Mm-hmm.
But we tweet it later today.
Wow. Okay, so it will be.
Now there are two important factors. So when they say 95% effective, they mean predicated if you are exposed to the virus. The real point of vaccinations and where they get their power from is if a lot of people, if all your neighbors also get vaccinated, then routes by which the virus can propagate are cut off. So you are therefore lowering your chance of exposure to about 5%. So here's the point. You might be still, 95% effective leaves you 1 in 20 chance of getting the virus.
Sasha, how did you get to COVID? I thought you were talking about cheating. 95% are still honest or something.
Chance of getting the virus is 1 in 4.
You know, I'll tell you why he's talking about the virus. We are discussing one of your program of yesterday. Remember the anti-cheating program?
Its power, and why vaccines save lives in very great proportion, even for very infectious diseases.
So cheating is not as dangerous as coronavirus because cheating is limited to one particular person who is cheating, but he cannot get transmitted to other people. That's
hopefully not, although
they're getting a bit off topic, but there's something like contagion in cheating as well. That was a topic.
Yeah, it was a big portion of that.
With last month,
you have to wrap this up, Sasha.
Players, really, I'm talking about elite, top, maybe 5-6 players in the
world. I think you probably should get some advice from James, for instance, about how to push the viewer numbers, because I think you can get more views definitely on your YouTube channel. Maybe it takes that you invite, I don't know, James, please connect with James about this.
Yeah, I'll set you up. Yeah. I'll set you up, man. No problem.
I really appreciate it. Okay, well, wait a sec. I think I should, basically, you know what, I can't find that moment, but it's around here where I said if he's, why he was talking about the accuracy of the vaccine, 94-95%. So I said, if the accuracy would have been 100%, then the next development in anti-cheating mechanisms would be the cheater would be electrocuted right during the cheating. So can you imagine the game? The game stops because one of the players was electrocuted. That would be quite interesting development, I guess. Anyway, I enjoy what I'm doing. I would like to increase audience, of course, if and when possible. And IBM TV helps quite a bit to develop this. And of course, I'm spending a lot of time of the development of site chessstars.com with this revolutionary. By the way, the process is patented. We've got international patent on this program of contests, and I think this is one of the future developments of chess, because what's interesting is, remember that the chess development and popularity of chess was really dependent on great books of chess like Bronstein, Zurich 1953 tournament, Garry Kasparov, my great predecessors obviously, and many other top books. Can you imagine that somebody will publish a book about the Vikings 2020 tournaments? How many people would care about this book? Why? Because all the games, before publishing the book, they would be extensively analyzed by top computer programs, AlphaZero and Stockfish and so on. And at the end of the day, you will see how many mistakes all these people are doing, including Carlsen and Nepomniachtchi and all the other grandmasters and so on. So why would you spend $30–40 and your time to see the inferior games with so many mistakes, when you'd rather analyze AlphaZero against Stockfish games when there are much fewer mistakes and the games are therefore much more complete. So that's why the proposition of writing tournament books probably is dead by now. And then where do you go with all that? So when you play online chess, because there is no offline chess because of the coronavirus, so you play online chess, there you deal with cheating of all kinds and so on. And you obviously don't enjoy that. And this is why we created this contest. This is a state-of-the-art new chess show, and people can win significant cash prizes. No cheating is possible, and this is one of the, in my opinion, I think the future development of chess.
Thank you, Sasha.
You're very welcome.
You mentioned more aspects than just streaming, but that's okay for now. Can you stop sharing your screen again?
Yes, of course.
For the end of the session. Just briefly over again to James. When you saw that the chat, also Sasha is bringing guests to his show. They are chatting about current events. Isn't that something that's also happening on Twitch channels, that Hikaru is speaking with somebody in a different place, or you are speaking with somebody sometimes?
Yes, you want to stay current. You want to stay current and not just be, all right, I only talk about chess and nothing else ever in life. You do want to be current. That is good to do that but don't like side too much, or don't like, I'm straight politics, blah, blah, blah. Then people leave your channel, because you want to be neutral in all of that no matter what. Because there's actually I'll say this, one of my biggest streams was somebody tipped $1,300 in one tip, just one tip, $1,300. So I was like, oh my goodness, I've never seen that ever happen in any type of way. So I was streaming and they just loved it, and it was $1,300 that way. But I don't always like side myself with one thing, unless it's like my favorite color is red. That's cool. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. But when it comes to like politics or like anything in the news and things like that, people can leave your stream that may be viewers for a very long time because of something you say. So you want to definitely be careful with that. But something is current, like the COVID. You were talking about COVID and stuff. That's pretty cool. I mean, no problems there. Everybody knows it's out here. So talking about it, getting people engaged. Now, beforehand, I'm sure you guys knew that you was going to have this meeting. So it's good for all three of you. I'm sure you have some type of either email, Facebook, or something like that to promote it and push it out. There's also a share tab where actually I'll briefly share my screen real quick on YouTube here to show you guys really quickly before and after you do a video. Let me go to my video real fast and show you what you should do. And once you're done there, because it only had 10 views. And I was like, this is like probably a great video. Like you need to have, people need to know about the video. So you want it to be big. And to do that, what you would do, let me actually share my screen now. Okay, we'll look at this one. This is one of my newer videos. I just dropped this one like 5 days ago, 394 views. But what I'll do, one of my biggest videos is like 3,000 views. But what I've done is after you post the video, you click share. And then after you click share, there's also another thing, tags as well. These tags here, I'm going to put this in the chat right now for something for you to take and actually get a membership with. It's like $20 a month, but it's called, where's my chat? There it is. So this is called TubeBuddy. So you can go to any YouTube channel, and I'll come in here and I'll see what tags they're using. So if chess.com is using these tags, I'm going to take some of the same tags and use them, because they know their SEO is very good, and like their search engine optimization, them being found on Google is very good. So you want to make sure you have right tags. So when you were saying COVID, you would just put quarantine, COVID, tags in here that are very important so people can find your video. What these tags are, the easiest way to explain is if I go up here and type in COVID, this is what comes up. So if I put in COVID-19, COVID vaccine, COVID symptoms, COVID, and put all these in here in these tags, that allow you to do it before the video posts, then you'll have so many more people finding your video from random places because you put the tag in there. That's very important to do this. They give you 500 words or letters, 500 letters. So it adds up to 500 letters basically. And then here you click the share tab. So after I put my tags in, I'm going to post to Reddit. It's very, I mean, you'll be surprised. I had a lot of traffic one month, like 80% of my traffic came from Reddit. And I was like, wow, that's because I was posting there. So Reddit is huge. You can post in your Reddit tab. So if you have anything for like COVID or if they allow you to post in that chat, you want to be aware if you can actually post, because if not, they'll kick you out and you'll be in trouble. But Reddit, you want to make sure you get a Reddit, you have a Twitter account. So any one of these that I click on is going to share to a different social media platform. And then I have another set of eyeballs. People share it. Facebook, I'm in Facebook groups. I post to about 7 different chess Facebook groups that allow me to post my chess content when I post a video. So then not only, you know, I have people that buy some of my courses just because I put a chess video in a Facebook group a few months ago. So it's very good to actually, if you want videos to come out and do good, you have to put them, you have to share them. They also have some other ones here. I'm not sure what, this one is in Russian. I have no idea what this is. I don't use this one.
In contact.
In contact,
Like
thank
Facebook,
you.
like Facebook.
Nice. Okay. So this one I don't have, but you can post to this one. You can post to LinkedIn. You can post to Pinterest. I post to LinkedIn, Pinterest, and these 5 all the time. And then you'll be able to have, you know, a lot of people watch your videos, and it'll just literally come out of nowhere where you're getting views and comments from people. You're like, I don't even know who you are or where you came from, but thank you. Basically, that's how it comes, you know, for your YouTube channel.
Yeah, that was cool. Like a final lesson on marketing and on communicating this. And so I wrap it up. We ran a bit over time, but I think at this time the Zoom account was not needed. For those of you who want to still stick around to the conference, there is a session that just started now on new journalism formats. It's a bit more slow stuff maybe than Twitch, but it's not so slow. It's also about fast-paced videos and audio podcasts, and how to connect an old-fashioned, old-school print magazine, Chess Life in that case, with the new online world and how to make that content there. So that's an interesting session that has started. There's also another session coming on how to teach chess online, how to coach online with Job Delemare. That may be requiring a VIP ticket though. Thanks to the presenters, Ljubica, for this technical introduction and glimpse into what it takes, but it gives us some confidence. Maybe OBS can be something that we might use next year for the conference, and John will be talking to you about that. Sasha, thanks for sharing your quite different setup for a show, something that you stream live and put on YouTube afterwards. And special thanks, James, you got up early today, even though you are going to stream a long time, and as you said, normally you're streaming in the night.
Yeah, we'll be streaming today.
Much appreciated, and you gave us a lot of interesting ideas how to promote this and how to work with Twitch and how to stream. Thanks also to the listeners, and for the conference is coming to a close very soon, but stay in touch. Follow us. We are putting the things up on the website, on the conference website. The presentations that we had, not in this one, but in many other sessions, was presentations. And of course, our news on Chess Tech that are related to everything that should interest the chess industry, that is related to technology. And I think we have to do more in Chess Tech. We did it in the beginning. More recently, we didn't have much on streaming anymore, but except for short news. But we have to put more how-to content there, and we have to use Reddit. So thanks from my side.